Breaking news. According to my source, WB Discovery is requesting that NRS introduce what's called roster continuity. Now, a lot of you are probably like, what are you talking about? Don't worry, I'm going to explain it. Now, what I'm getting ready to explain to you is very difficult, and it's something that the video game industry has been attempting for a very long time. However, it's a gray area, which means if not done correctly, it can get you sued. So roster continuity is basically this. They want to introduce something where the roster changes over time based on the development of the game. For example, this is something that's done by Fortnite, but Fortnite does it in more so of a safe manner because we all know what we're getting when we're playing Fortnite. Now, a lot of people want to avoid lawsuits for false advertisement, which is the reason why most games don't do this. So, roster continuity, what it would look like for Mortal Kombat, according to my source, is this. As the story develops, and as they continue to add new content to the game, remember I told you guys a couple of videos about WB Discovery wanting a live service game? So if they were to do a live service game, it will pull some characters out and put some characters in over a period of time. Now, this is something that is used by major popular games, but it's used in different ways. For example, Grand Theft Auto, when it's Christmas in real life, it snows on the game. When it's 4th of July, they do 4th of July themes to kind of keep up with the real world, to keep the game in check, to keep it in balance. Now, it works well for those type of games because it's a weather system, so that's understandable. But will it work for a fighting game as far as you paying for characters and those characters are locked and you only can play with them at a certain time of the year? Or you're only allowed to basically deal with those characters at a certain time of a year based on the story, is what I'm saying in so many words. So that's basically what WB Discovery wants to happen in so many words, and add that on top of it being a live service game. That is one of the priorities that they put on the table. So even though we're only 2 minutes into the video, I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. How do you feel about WB Discovery wanting a never ending story mode? Is going to be question number 1, and I'll get to question 2 and 3 later down the line. So to continue with the story, basically this is something that has been attempted by the NBA franchise. I believe it was NBA Live or NBA 2K. You can correct me in the comment sections if I'm wrong. They tried this a couple of years back. Now, if you're young, you won't remember this, but if you're an OG, then you'll slightly remember it, or maybe it wasn't big enough for you to remember to begin with. But I remember there was a point in time where they tried to introduce something where if the person got injured in real life, they would take that character off the roster because they're injured. You get what I'm saying? That's something that they would do. They would just take and remove that character off the roster, and that pissed a lot of people off when it was in its beta phase, and they just basically ended up getting rid of it altogether. Is what ended up happening, and I think that was the best idea for them to get rid of it altogether. And if you want my personal thoughts on it, if you want to do a live service game, that's cool, but don't lock my characters. I had to catch myself. Don't lock my freaking characters. Let me play for the characters that come with the game. I don't want to have anxiety waking up and seeing that Scorpion and Sub-Zero is no longer a part of the game because they on a mission on an off-world or something like that. Like, we don't need that much realism. We play our games because we know what we're going to get. This is where we find our love and joy, especially as men. No offense to the women out there. We don't want our games tampered with because we want to power this system on. Sorry, guys. I'm up late making these videos. We want to power the system on, and we want to get right to it, kind of kick our shoes off and enjoy being away from the real world for a while. So the fact that this is something that they're considering, it kind of got me nervous a little bit because I don't want you guys to do continuity when it comes to characters as far as taking them out the game, putting them in the game. I want you to do continuity when it comes to keeping these characters as a part of the roster and introducing new characters. There's no need to move the old ones. We don't have memory issues like we did with the original games that came out on in the arcades back in the day where they had to move old characters for new characters. That was understandable back then. Now we got enough memory to the point where we can put as many characters as we want in the system and for it to be supported and to look good all at the same time. So if I could have them change one thing I would have them change is the fact that they keep switching up the roster. Now, don't get me wrong, we do want some characters to have rests and take breaks, but I promise you, the Mortal Kombat community do not give a flying about characters taking breaks. We do not care which character you put in the game. We're never going to go, dude, can you take this character out of the game? We don't like this character. We're not going to do that if you're putting our favorites in the game. The only time it really pisses us off is when you take out one of our characters. Let's say they take out Melina and they put Su Hao in the game. Boy, we gonna lose. We gonna flip out. We gonna flip out stuff when you could have just gave us Melina and Su Hao. So you basically see where I'm coming from with this. So hopefully they learning something, and I honestly hope that they don't go through with this whole continuity as far as removing characters and making them seasonal characters, because that's not something I want to see at all. But I would like to see a never-ending story mode, meaning that you can continue to download new stories for characters and stuff like that. That would be fantastic. That would be something that's well worth doing, and it'll keep the replay value of the game together. Now, I did tell you guys that they are looking to claim their title. Damn, I need something to drink. My mouth dries right now. They are looking to claim that title just like Grand Theft Auto. They are the Grand Theft Auto of fighting games. I've said that plenty of times before, but now they're actually getting ready to live up to that title, which is what I love. You know, NRS does fighting games and they do them well, and they're going to be expanding their catalog. They're going to be expanding their list and moving beyond Injustice to create a brand new fighting IP. I told you guys as a little side note real quick from the video that they were in discussions for a Power Rangers video game, and that they were considering doing a Power Rangers skin pack as a tribute to the Green Ranger by the time the game does come out. Now, we still have to wait and see what happens with that and how it play out, but the fact that they're really good at what they do, it's just fantastic, because I would not have a problem playing a Power Rangers Mortal Kombat like fighting game, or at least having one of the Rangers as a DLC. That would be dope. There's a lot being discussed on that table, which is pretty good. Now, the fact that they had this amount of time to work on the game to expand the lore and expand conquest mode and things of that nature, I think is extremely healthy, because now not only do we get to deep dive more into the world, we kind of get lost in the lore, and they really can take their time to expand on it by using updates and not happen to put out such a small lore and then focus directly on the next game. They basically can have its own standalone title, which I will be touching on in another video also. So that's going to be something that you can get separately, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait to bring that to your attention. So stay tuned for that video that's dropping this week also. But again, I got to take my hats off to WB Discovery for being creative and being innovative, but y'all kind of want to calm down, just pipe down a little bit. We don't need y'all trying too much stuff, because we don't want Mortal Kombat to be watered down from its original vision as to what it was supposed to be. You know, just give Ed Boon the checkbook, let Ed Boon do what it is he need to do, stop disrespecting Ed Boon, and trust that man's judgment on what he got planned for this platform. That's what I do want to say. And I want to take and pass this second question off to you guys in the comment section below. How do you feel about them trying to push this seasonal character agenda? You think they should do it, or you think they should not do it? This is the second question. There won't be a third, even though I said there are going to be three. Sound off in the comments and let me know what you think, and I will be responding to your comments. And at some point in the future, I'm going to go back to integrating your comments and making it a part of the video to show that fan interaction like I used to do in the past. So your comments will be posted on the screen. So be sure to tap in, and I will be moving back to a more structured performance to kind of keep you guys entertained. If you like these format videos, let me know. I'll keep them this way, but I will be introducing a better, more well put together format. With that being said, make sure you smash that subscribe button to turn on post notifications, as this is your brand new favorite exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content as we ride the wave all the way to 20K. Stay tuned, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to share on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else. Share it with a friend and tag me on Twitter, and I will retweet it. Catch you in the next one.